Welcome to the banks of the Mississippi River, Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium in Memphis, home to the Memphis Tigers. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the South Florida Bulls, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollard with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Memphis will kick it off to get us underway. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So USF's offense will go to work first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their team.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Bulls are in the hurry-up.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Finds his man. It's Soto. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. And the Bulls getting set on 1st and 10. Hook release by the QB. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, USF! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
I mean, what a great way to start this game. Getting the football in the end zone, getting it to your big play wide receiver. Nice job by this offense.
Yeah, David, it just seems like this offense came out with a sense of urgency, right? They're playing with great energy, and it seemed like everything they dialed up on that drive worked perfectly. Really nice rhythm, really nice flow, and they cap it off with a touchdown pass.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Woods. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the Memphis Tigers offense has the ball for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, they're not going to do what happened last week. You can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Terrible way to start this game if you're on offense. You've given up 2 straight negative plays. You ran the ball on first down for negative yards, and then you take a sack now on second down. That tells me this offensive line has got to wake up. You knew this was physically going to be a challenge, but you've got to get ready to go, and you've got to fire off the ball because going backwards ain't going to get it done.
Wide receiver going in motion. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. The run from the shotgun. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Evans. Fires to the middle. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Snags it. They will score. Touchdown Bulls.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Woods. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Now on the option. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver comes in motion. On the option. To the ground with the back. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Trying play action. Fires to the right. He's got it. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Motion from the wide receiver. He'll do it himself. Got enough for the first down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Looking to pass. It's Newton. Right on the money. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Going to swing it on 2nd down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to start fast. This offense, man, not only have you not put anything together, the defense hasn't either. This game has gotten away from them early. They need to do a better job of protecting their quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Memphis will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Nestles it in at the 35. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. 2nd down coming up. Looking for a man. It's Evans. just missed on the connection, incomplete. Lining up to convert third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Bulls will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Runs through a tackle, and he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. On the option. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Back has it. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Let's take a minute here to talk a little Memphis. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll field the punt and take it back. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Off the play fake on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air. It's Evans. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Bulls line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Makes the grab down the middle. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Gets the back moving. Snap to the back. Got the big tight end on the corner route. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and USF is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period, first down here. Unloads quickly. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to throw again. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The Tigers have their offense in high gear. Looking for a gap. It's Woods. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air. It's Newton. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball. Memphis will be forced to punt.
Number 15, on to punt it away.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Motion from the wideout. They'll run the option. They'll try the run. Guys, let's talk about Memphis. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star offensive lineman gives them a verbal, and this is the type of talent they need to get into the program and then develop.
Yeah, and this really was more of an emotional decision, I think, for him as well. He's been a fan of this program ever since he was a young boy, and now he's getting a chance to live out his dreams. As a 3-star, he had opportunities to go elsewhere to play in better conferences against better competition, but this for him felt like home, and now he has a chance to go out and live that dream.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Card in the backfield. It's Woods. And that one did not work. Looking to convert. They'll go to the Wildcat.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Direct snap. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
Number 18.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Absolutely perfect. Now the lead is down to 11.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would like to see the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Turning it on. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. The Bulls racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Bulls will bring the punt team onto the field. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make them.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Running to the left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Evans. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bulls will punt it away on 4th down. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. He'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. And we've been waiting to see the spin move, and so too had the defense. They were ready for it. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Motion from the back. He is denied. Cannot get to the 1st down marker, and it's 4th down coming. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Evans. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. Finally brought down, but what a way not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
Plenty of of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Caught in the backfield, it's Woods. Good throw and catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day as they try to get their act together. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Tigers! Fit it in the window for the score.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. North Texas has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. Let's see how this coach tries to explain this. They're trailing by 17 to Louisiana. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the Bulls have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. To the air, it's Pryor. Bringing the heat. Just too much heat that time, and they knock it down at the 31. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit. You got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
The Bulls come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. But it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time. They bring the punter onto the field now. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Playing the field position game as he makes the fair catch right at the 50. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Oh, they're after him. Caught on the outside, it's Henry. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Memphis. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium.
And the Bulls will kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He's out of bounds at the 25-yard line, gets it right back to the touchback position, and the offense will take over. Wide receiver comes in motion. He'll keep it himself. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grab behind the line, it's Henry. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here's the pressure. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Complete to the left. There he goes. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
Memphis picking up the tempo. Goes to the option. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Back has it. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's Newton. Looking to the big tight end. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
He'll bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Wide open downfield. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Motion from the wideout. Finds his man down the middle. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. He's got it. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. Good right down the boulevard. They extend the lead to 5 here in the 3rd.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Looking to throw, it's Pryor. He'll off one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 35. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Hold it. Offense.
There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's not going to get to the sticks, and the screen comes up a little short. It'll be 4th down. The Bulls will send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. They'll try to get outside. Nice move there. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. The option look. Leaves it with the back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're setting up the screen. Breaks into the open. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Memphis wants to move quickly.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. It's 3rd down, and they've got to get it to the 33. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Splits the uprights. It's good.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off play action. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up this 3rd down play. That's the end of the quarter, and Memphis has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back to throw, it's Pryor. Fires one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Bulls send out the punt unit. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Harrell. That one falls incomplete. They reached into the bag of tricks on first down and couldn't pull it off. On the option. And not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Second down coming up.
Back to pass. It's Pryor. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Quick step and go. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective.
Of 15. And first down for the offense.
This time they'll go to the running game.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And every time he gets brought down, everybody kind of gasps for a second because you're already on quarterback number 2, and you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright. The least amount of hits as possible because you definitely don't want to go to QB number 3.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Bulls will line up to punt it away. A high kick trying to pen them deep. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the wide receiver. Creates a little room. Can't get him to the ground. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Newton. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Throws for the tight end. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. And the Bulls looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Off play action on first down. And the timing just a hair off. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, South Florida. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Now they'll try to tie it up with the too late. Takes a snap, wants to throw. And down he goes, and down goes for the moment. The chance to tie the game here in the fourth. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. He'll ride his man on the option. Sweet cut there. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Wide receiver going in motion. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. The Tigers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Here comes the option. Fighting off the defender. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Now the play fake. Swings it out to his running back.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Here comes the heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup, and a lot of times there's so much cautiousness, and you just don't want to run him that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook, and you can see it there, and you can see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
The Bulls will punt this one away. Here's the punt high into the air. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run the option. Here's the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now inside 4 minutes to go here on second down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Snap to the back. Slithers into space. They will They'll stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. Memphis will be forced to punt. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time, that's what forced the error.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. And the Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabs it in the middle. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion now setting up 3rd down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Touchdown Bulls! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 5 here in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. North Texas has some work to do. There's no other way to put it. But the mantra of this program is hard hats, hard work. And if they can chip away here, they may be able to pull this out. They're trailing by 10 to Louisiana. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll back them up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air, it's Newton. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. The throw to the outside is complete. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
Timeout, Memphis.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
4th down.
Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Rushes on him. A strike downfield. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Hold it.
The Bulls just want to hold on to this ball for the final minute. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, David.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.